Hello everybody, my name is the Critical Wizard and welcome to another edition of Critical Critique. Today, since it has snowed outside and I spent the last 3 days shoveling, I thought what better than to talk about a movie that had snow in it. That is as close of a connection as we're going to get here. So, I'm talking about Balto. I did not see this movie as a kid. I believe I was in either, exiting middle school or entering high school. It was in that era that I saw it. So I didn't see this as a very young kid. But I still enjoyed it a lot. The story of Balto is based on the actual, dog in Alaska named Balto that lived in the 40s or 30s. The story was, there was, a very bad fever in the town where Balto was, and he had to go to the train to pick up the medicine to bring it back to the town. And, he became a hero because, the trek was dangerous. It's Alaska during the winter, so it was a very powerful, moment. And there's actually a statue of the actual Balto in Central Park of New York City. This film decided to take a animated route in telling that story, and, you can't have it be as simple as, oh, people are sick, hook up the dog, let's go. So, to make it a little more, interesting and complex, the character Balto is not a regular dog. He's part wolf, which makes him an outcast. And then, there's the leader of the sled team dog who's the main antagonist and is just oh, I'm the antagonist of the film. And, he has his little, henchmen people and stuff. But essentially, Balto does end up, making the quest and making friends and helping his cause and getting his way. And they do it in a very entertaining and meaningful way. And they also, it shows respect to the original story as well. Although this had come out a while ago, the animation is still incredibly good for the time. And, the story was pretty good. I really enjoyed the story of this. It's a very powerful story. It's the same kind of story as, Kung Fu Panda or something, where it's the outcast kind of guy ends up becoming the hero, and he goes on his journey, you get to follow him along the path. Those kind of stories had always kind of spoken to me, but I really enjoyed this one too, because it's unlike in Kung Fu Panda where Po was just kind of the outcast because he was a panda, and he was clumsy, and everyone's oh, well, this guy's awkward and clumsy. Balto actually is an outcast, and while there are people, dogs in the, little village that actually do like Balto, they're basically, kind of shunned away from him because of the main antagonist of the film, the leader dog. He's kind of no, you have to, stay away from him, he's dangerous, look at him, he can't even control himself. And, setting him up to fail so that it makes it appear as though Balto really can't control himself and that he has to be outcasted and he has to be alone. So it's unlike in Kung Fu Panda where it was just Po's personality and circumstances that made him the outcast, there is an actual driving force that keeps Balto from entering society until the end of the film. And I don't know, I feel that is a very powerful thing, because it's kind of wow, that's really an evil thing to do. It makes your antagonist much more evil. A good example of, what this would translate into is if in Kung Fu Panda, the main enemy of the first film, Xiaolong, I believe his name is, if he wasn't in prison and lived in the Jade Palace and was, in line to be the Dragon Warrior, and then, Po is chosen as the Dragon Warrior, and he spends the whole film, saying, Po can't be the Dragon Warrior, or look at him, he can't do this, and actively, driving him out of the palace and stuff, that would be a comparable story to, how the main antagonist was in Balto. At the end of the day, that is just my opinion. If you have not seen this movie, You really should. It's a fantastic film. But thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like to let me know. And if not, that's alright. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye!